Okay.
Yeah.
What's
How we
happening,
feeling,
people?
y'all?
What's up? What's up? How you living? How you feeling? We see you hanging out in the
Been
chat.
a
Let us
minute.
know if you're there.
Let me fix
Daniel
this.
says 70 days.
Here we go.
Sheesh.
Something special is happening over there in the Americas.
Is it
Oh,
in the
70
Americas?
days again.
Hey, I want to
Isn't it
ask.
weird?
I want to ask you guys. Do you feel like June is like the biggest dead month in the world of sports, in the world of fantasy? Like Badake and I are trying to pin down a couple things, and I feel like one of those things is the fact that it feels like this month is dead every year. Is it just us, or is that the case? Because this feels like our biggest down month every year for views, and then also just in the sport world. What are you supposed to be watching?
Word. For real.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree.
Devontae Parker, greatest Pats wide receiver in history. Yeah, that is. Yeah, I mean, we're waiting for all these people to sign deals, and then out of nowhere, we see a deal for Devontae Parker. We're like, wait, hold on. What did I just wake up to? Devontae Parker signed a deal. What year are we in? Is it 2016?
Yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. But
3-year
hey,
deal worth $33 million.
how old is Balka again?
I think he's 30. Which, look, I mean, good, cool, great job, Patriots. I mean, imagine being a Patriots fan and being like, oh, dude, we could get D-Hop and Dalvin Cook. And then you wake up to a notification and it's like, oh, we signed Devontae Parker to three-year deal. No one even wants to sign him to a 1-year deal.
No one wants to do anything.
Oh,
You know
okay.
what I mean? Fat GGs. I mean, hey, his agent did the thing. Shout out to Balka's agent, because that's exactly what. That's exactly his
Morik
job.
has an interesting take on this. He says some dude said, and of course, sources are some dude, so we got to take that with a grain of salt here. But some dude says it frees up $8 million for D-Hop. So, I mean, let's see. Could be. What's up, Josh? What's up, Simon? What's up, Nick? What's up, Styles? What's up, Trenton?
How we
Tyranol, Josh, Jonja, Sean. Simon says, good morning from Melbourne. Hey, what's up, man? See you at the Crown, man. We'll see you at the Crown.
Oh my goodness. Good times on the Crown.
Golf. It's golf season. True. Styles says, can't watch my Padres without being in pain. So, yeah, dead month. Hey, I'll be watching the Angels on July 19th. I can't remember. Angels versus Pirates, I think I'll be at in
Love that.
Orange County.
You going to a baseball game?
Hell
I hate
yeah.
baseball.
It's America, baby. Eat a hot dog, watch a baseball game. Juju stock is up, Sean says. What's up, NT? What's up, Tom? So, I mainly watch Giants and Commanders news during July. It's always promising to know we'll beat you soon, Dak says. I mean, just keep believing in your own little world. It's your year. It's your year, Dak.
It's a classic Cowboys fan. What more can you say? You know.
Zane, what's up, man? He says, how does draft picks work for y'all? Non-playoff teams points for, and playoff teams equals outcome of playoffs. Exactly. So the teams who don't make the playoffs, seeds 7 to 12. That's 6 teams. Reverse max points for is how the order will be set. That's just the best way to actually look at the most valuable teams and teams who need the most help. Then in the playoffs, everyone has something to play for. Poor Mac Jones. Yeah, I feel you. Okay, so guys, we are doing a Dynasty startup mock draft today. If you're like, wait, why weren't you guys live yesterday? What's going on? Are you guys toning it down? We're not toning it down. We're actually toning up. We're toning up just on a different channel.
We're toning up.
Okay?
Bang.
So if you don't know, we have been live on this, our original channel, which covers in-season content. So I'll paste that in the chat there. Go ahead and subscribe. We are live 3 times a week now over there.
Subscribe right now.
Yeah,
100%.
live
Stop
3
what you're
times a
doing.
week. Sorry, go ahead.
No, not you. I'm talking about everyone else.
Oh, okay. But we're live 3 times a week doing best ball drafts. But we'll also do some real redraft mock drafts as well. So catch us over there. Yes, my nose probably sounds weird. Sorry, I've said this a bunch of times, but this freaking flu / cold / sinus is not going away. It's not going away. So yeah. But anyway, if people want to join today's mock draft, we'll send out a link here soon. How can they join?
Join our Discord, fam. Join our Discord. Link in the description below. Link is going to be in the chat here. Go to the Fantasyland tab. Then go to content releases. As always, go to content releases. That's exactly how I'm going to be sending. That's exactly where I'm going to be sending this link to the mock draft and any other mock drafts that we have on this channel and or on our redraft channel. So once again, join our Discord. Go to the Fantasyland tab with the orange footballs. Go to content releases, and that's exactly where I will be sending out this link. And I'm going to send that link out right here, right now.
Okay.
Right here, right now. There you go. It's out. It's Boom. There. It's in. Boom. Boom.
Bumba clock.
Boom. Encouragement.
When the redraft mocks, I was actually thinking, but let me know. Do you want to do one tomorrow?
Yeah, we can.
We'll probably do a redraft mock tomorrow.
Redraft mock, and yeah, and call it a day on Friday.
Yeah,
tomorrow's Friday for us. Technically, this kind of feels like our Friday. Done recording videos. You know, still have a lot of prep and edit to do, but other than that, tomorrow's pretty chill.
Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and get this thing going. It is a 2023 Superflex Dynasty Startup Mock Draft, PPR, non-tight end premium. Simon, we do love the one quarterback community. We love you guys as much as we can. But unfortunately, we just prefer Superflex. I'm sorry. But we do, when it comes to rookie drafts, we do consider you guys heavily and try and put out as much content as we can. Would you guys trade? 22 Lights Out says. Would you trade, Badake?
I would trade. You let me know.
Trade.
We'll trade. Send me a trade, man. Send me something.
Question: if you guys have guys in your league that are inactive during the offseason, do you keep them during the season or consider kicking them before the season? I just think I don't think that you have to be as active as myself in my leagues. I just need to have communication from you. I need to know what's going on. I need you to not just completely ghost every single piece of communication or trade offer or anything for like 3 or 4 months, right? So typically what we do is if people are inactive, we'll give them a 1 month notice, like, hey, we need you a little more active. Are you there? And then after 2 months, we'll give a second note. After another month, we'll give another notice. If we don't hear anything back from you in 2 months, you've either died or you just don't care enough about the league, you know? So that's kind of how we roll with it.
Yeah.
If they paid for the season, then you definitely can't kick them out. Dan says, I'm finally in. Welcome in. Okay, can we talk about Trevor Lawrence going at the 1-8?
Trevor Lawrence, he went at the 1-8.
Sheesh.
That's
crazy.
Yeah. Normally we see Trevor Lawrence going, I would say, right after Justin Herbert, but I think that was a lot of question marks with Lamar, though. Let's really, remember early in the offseason, Lamar, we didn't know what was going to happen. Lamar was falling into the first. Now you kind of see him going in the middle of the first, and now that kind of pushes back Trevor Lawrence, right? And what he's.
I'm still taking Trevor Lawrence over Lamar Jackson, though.
No, it's very close. They're actually back to back in my They're back to back in my rankings. I think Lamar definitely has the upside, longevity here, has the history of QB1. So I'm interested in Lamar. I think it depends on the price for sure, especially if you're trying to buy him. But drafting him here is definitely very, very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I would have Trevor ahead of Fields and Lamar myself. To each their own. What's up, Dan? Yes, we are here. Dak got in, love it. Simon says, also prefer Superflex, just found myself in a one quarterback. In a one quarterback, I mean, you just don't need to go quarterback until like round 6 or so, I would say. Round 5. And look, it depends on like how your league ends up drafting quarterbacks, so just wait and stay tuned to what your league is doing. But I wouldn't be like the first one to draft a quarterback by any means.
I would say this. Yeah, I wouldn't say don't draft. So you're in a one quarterback dynasty. Is that what? If you're in Simon, that would be very interesting. But yeah, I mean, don't overthink it. I think you can get a lot of good values in a one quarterback dynasty league. So check it out. So there goes Travis Kelce.
Whoa. Yeah. I mean, I guess Dak's going all in. This is not a tight end premium format. You know, I'm in a Devy startup at the moment, and Travis Kelce also went in the second round, which I thought was pretty crazy. Especially in a Devy format. But Kyler Murray off the board at the 2-8. CJ Stroud is gone. Yeah, I'm not gonna go quarterback here.
Yeah.
Let's try something a little bit different. So I'm either gonna go Breece Hall,
Right.
or we're gonna go Jalen Waddle. And I think we're gonna go Jalen Waddle.
You go Waddle Town.
What's up, Tom? He says, if your draft picks are available for the next year and you are starting a new league, when do you think you can gamble and trade a draft spot this year for picks next year? Oh, that's always risky. Look, you would know your league better than anyone else. What I would say is, I think it just depends on the amount of depth that you really have. I mean, I've been in scenarios where I have traded future picks because I thought my team was going to be super competitive, and then 4 or 5 injuries happened to my team, and I'm sitting there with like all these questions. Why did I do this? Why did I give up these future picks? So I think it just depends on how you view your team. That would be my answer. Dang, I thought Dak might fall to the 3-3. Nick's done really well there in grabbing him. But, yeah, I don't really want to take, like... Ooh, I could go Tua here. I know it's early. I could stack him with Waddle.
You could.
Yeah, let's grab Tua, stack him with Waddle there.
Go take a lot,
Dak says, so let me explain the Kelce strat. A group of us has decided he's at least got Tony Gonzalez genes. I agree. And he's going to play until 38. I got 5 more years. I'm picking him up everywhere. I mean, look, I hear you, Dak. But just keep in mind that Tony Gonzalez was 101. You know? And he wasn't, correct me if I'm wrong, he wasn't giving you that elite difference maker at the position at the age of 38. Let me go back and look, but I'm pretty sure he was still good, but he wasn't giving you these. So he played till he was 37. And at age 37, I mean, yeah, he didn't have over 1,000 receiving yards after the age of 32. But he did he averaged about 7 touchdowns a year after that. I don't know. Just keep in mind that it's not common for people to do that. But I mean, hey, if you believe that much, you do you. You know, you could be right. We could all. I could be wrong.
You could be right. I mean, I think I would just rather take the risk on other assets. You know, other wide receivers, other quarterbacks. There, I mean, could have gone to Monroe, Kyler, Stroud, Waddle. Literally, could have gone so many different options. But hey, let's see.
Dak says, I say Kelsey's greater than Tony. He's uncommon. I am right. Can't argue with that. Style says, do you guys think Ridley's is steadily rising in rankings? He recently went 410. You know what's weird, dude, is like I've found that there's 2 sides of the spectrum on Ridley. It feels like there's a side that overpays for him, and there's a side that just completely devalues him. At the moment in the community, he's ranked like outside of the top 30 wide receivers in Dynasty, which to me is crazy. I don't think he should be ranked that low. So I guess it really depends on the eye of the beholder.
Yeah.
But at the moment, Calvin is ranked wide receiver 31. Like, to me, he's worth more than that. So I guess it just depends on where he goes, but it feels like he's a name that's very volatile in where where he actually ends up and how people value him.
Yeah, it's really interesting to see where Calvin, how people are going to perceive him, because I think for me, I'm somebody that believes, okay, yes, Calvin, an elite wide receiver going into this offense, but what does the longevity look like? What does that feel like to me? And am I going to be taking him in the 4th round? So you're saying he was taken in the 4th round, meaning he was taken in this range, either just before or right after Drake London, DK, Christian Watson, and even some of these other wide receivers that are about to go off the board here. I think for me, it's just how you perceive his longevity. He will have a good year this year, but if he has a good year and then he's on the market again, maybe his ceiling does rise going to a Bills, going to the Chiefs, which is good. And I'm gonna take my guy here. Come on, gotta take my guy.
Okay, Quentin Johnston off the board. So, do I regret going Tua? Not really. I mean, I'd have to wait on quarterback now if I didn't go Tua.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Definitely not taking Kirk at the 410. Okay, we're gonna try something. I don't know how the people draft who are next to me, but we'll take a little shot here. We will go Jerry Jeudy with the first pick here.
Like that.
Let's see if the board plays in our favor. Got a 24 first for Ridley and had to take it. I can understand that. I mean, look, I understand the lottery versus Ridley, but
yeah,
I feel like
I agree.
I would send any 2nd round pick for Ridley. That's how I view him.
I guess I just don't see. I haven't seen lately where people are viewing Calvin Ridley as an early 2nd. They're projecting
I haven't
him
seen
to
many
be.
people sell him for a first. Personally,
I guess
I don't think many people would do that. So
I guess
I'm on the opposite side myself.
I guess the community as a whole is projecting Calvin to be a 1st round pick, so people are wanting to pay a 1st round pick because of the offense, because of the opportunity he's going into, because of the quarterback he's going into.
Yeah.
So I think that was something that I always brought. Like, Calvin Ridley's value is going to rise in season, and as you continue to try, that's why I said he's a good sell to me. Because if you do get that first round option, or that 24 first, then that's good. If you get multiple seconds, I think that's good as well. Just
yeah, I mean, a lot of people are worried
Calvin.
about Ridley's age, but he didn't play for 2 years. He didn't have that mileage on his body, and we're looking at guys like Diggs who are older than him, ranked in everyone's top 15.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Again, I would send any 2nd for him myself. And I mean, let's be honest, the time to actually buy Calvin Ridley in Dynasty was all last year when he was wide receiver 60, wide receiver 55, and I feel like that was the one name I kept saying over and over and over. He's the best value in Dynasty. Now it's obviously going to depend on the eye of the beholder, but yeah. Okay, so Adams and Ridley go off the board. Let's see what Nick does here. With 48 seconds left. Dak says, I got Ridley coming in number 11 between T. Higgins and Amon-Ra. So in your in-season rankings, I'm assuming?
Like projected finishes?
I guess his rankings this year.
Yeah, I guess.
In-season. Styles says, I saw a poll on Twitter about Amari Cooper versus Ridley in Dynasty, and Cooper was winning about 57 to 43%. Thought that was interesting. Yeah. I've talked about this before, but if you look at those guys are the same age. right? And one has played 50 more games, so one has a significant more amount of son of a bitch miles on him. Of course, it just barely doesn't work out. I thought for sure I would get Traylon. Damn. Okay, we got to adjust here.
Gotta adjust. Let's see where you go.
But yeah, Ridley, same age. I would say just good quarterback play, and anyway, I think he's in a great situation.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go Jameson Williams there. Really wanted Treylon Burks. That sucks.
Put Jahan there. Yeah. Look, Calvin's definitely an interesting one. I'm not anti-Calvin. I'm just more like I'm trying to cash in and maybe secure a wide receiver. Secure a first round pick, hoping that I can get a wide receiver that could see a little bit more longevity. Because Calvin could definitely play for another 5, 6, 7 years. But where is he constantly hopping? Is he going to a bad team? Going to a team that maybe doesn't have a good quarterback. I think that could potentially hurt him. But yeah, just all depends.
Yeah. And I've said before, look at the free agents that are currently wide receivers. Like, do we really think Calvin Ridley is going to be on the free agent market? Like Juju was Juju the best wide receiver in the free agency market this offseason? I don't know.
It's definitely going to be better.
I just don't see Calvin being available in the open market and not getting good money.
Yeah, and
knowing who Calvin is.
Yeah.
So.
Because next year is definitely going to be a better market. I mean, it depends.
I don't think so.
I think it depends on who walks.
No, I don't think that. Like, that's what I'm saying. I don't think that. Like, with how valuable wide receivers are, you're not going to let a valuable wide receiver hit free agency.
Right.
It just doesn't happen.
That's fair. That I get that. Because if you're really talking about like the market next year, which I doubt these players are going to walk, but you're talking about Michael Pittman, you're talking about T. Higgins, you're talking about CeeDee, you're talking about those type of caliber players.
There's no scenario in my mind in which those players just hit free agency.
Yeah.
There's just no scenario in my mind that happens.
Definitely agree. And I know Hollywood is also available if whatever happens. So I think technically it's better, but if they don't hit the market, you're right, it's going to be slim pickings. I think one of those guys will hit it though. Like
I don't think so.
I'm interested to see what's like. I mean, we talk about this all the time. Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow. We have to figure out how the hell they're going to pay for both of them. And Hollywood Brown, I can see them re-sign. I can see the Cardinals re-signing him unless he wants to hit the open market and go to another team. Michael Pittman, I don't think he's going to want to leave personally.
Yeah,
I think he likes it over there.
Wide receivers are so valuable. They are getting paid an insane amount of money if they are even decent. Like Christian Kirk got. You got people trading multiple firsts for wide receivers that are good. I don't know. I don't see impact wide receivers like T. Higgins and Pittman and those guys and Ridley hitting the free agent market. But I could be wrong. Josh says, I'm an Orange County Angels fan. I don't know where I'm sitting yet. I have a friend who has picked up the tickets for me. I can find out from him for sure. But that's awesome that you live in the OC. But excited to see, was it Ohtani? Is that his name?
No idea.
Ridley still on his rookie deal. Yep. He's got a lot of incentive to go out and ball. And that's the thing. Even if he has, let's say, like the stats that he's averaged through his first 4 years, even if he averages, he hits his averages, he'll get paid big money. He doesn't even need to go out and put out like a top 5 performance in production, even though it's within the realm of possibilities. It's in his bag.
Yeah.
Saw a tier ranking HBO shows on Twitter this week. Shall we do the same? HBO definitely puts out some good shows.
They kind of teasing the top 100 players already
Are they?
on NFL. Like the NFL Network, you know how they do the top 100 and the players talk about them.
Yeah.
They're kind of teasing like that's going to release here soon. I don't know when. Like I just saw a clip of Saquon talking about Tony Pollard and how good Tony Pollard is. So he clearly made the top 100.
NT's saying he's a Bengals fan. He sees a scenario in which T. Higgins moves on. Well, in that scenario, you would. I hope you'd agree with me. Maybe we don't see eye to eye, but they're not just going to let him walk. They're not going to get nothing in return for T. Higgins. You know what I mean? If they truly aren't going to sign him long term, then they're going to trade him at some point.
If that's the case, it has to be now this year.
Yeah.
At the end before the season ends.
I think they're aware of what they're doing though. They're not just going to let him walk into free agency and get literally no value from him.
Yeah. Look, I get you. I just find it I find it really difficult to envision a world where you can pay Jamar Chase. Like, I think whenever Justin Jefferson gets signed, that is going to be the standard that's going to be the minimum that Jamar Chase wants. Joe Burrow now has seen what Jalen Hurts got paid, which I need to double check what that is. And Lamar has gotten paid. So I'm really interested to see what that looks like as well. I'm going to take Zay Flowers here.
Right,
let me see what Jalen Hurts' contract was. Jalen Hurts' contract. $255 million. Just over $100 million in fully guaranteed money. Signing $179 million guaranteed. Okay. I mean, that's a lot of money for a quarterback.
I'll grab Terry here.
Yeah, so let's see.
Yeah, I just don't see them doing that. Not in this window. Like this Bengals franchise has never been here before.
No, for sure.
I don't see them doing that. Just dead asset. I don't see it. They've made some really smart moves recently. Brought in some really key free agents through the offensive line. Defensively, they'll sacrifice in certain areas, but I don't see them getting nothing.
Yeah, I think very, very interesting. So who's the Bengals fan? Yeah, NT said. I wonder what the cap looks like for them this year already. I know cap is kind of a relevant thing. But if they're coming in this year with a really low cap, then let's see what that looks like.
UT says, do you guys try to stay away from deals when you're giving up multiple firsts for win now assets? I would say overall, yeah. It's very rare that I'll do a deal like that. It's much more like tearing down or tearing up rather than pulling a move like that myself.
Yeah, Bengal cap is fine. It was just 14 million. You guys are kind of middle of the pack right there. So you're looking good so far.
Dak says we need to pay Dak immediately. Yeah, let's see. I mean, Dak's going to get money. He's going to get shmoney. Be careful.
Oh, Wanted Kirk there. Wanted brother Kirk.
Okay. Maybe it's time to add a first running back here. Well, where did Javonte went? 6'7"?
Mm-hmm.
Let's grab a little Dobbins.
Yeah, not bad. Cause I'm bobbing like I'm Dobbins. Let's see.
Who's the most overrated wide receiver in Dynasty? Most overrated wide receiver in Dynasty. It's a good question.
Overrated?
For a long time, that answer was easy. It was DJ Moore for me. But I think his value has adjusted properly.
I know Ilioy would say DK Metcalf. It's funny. He hates DK.
You know, DK Metcalf is definitely... I had 3 shares of him this offseason. I sold 2 of them. And I have talked about...
Oh, I got a good one.
What his role could look like in the future. But...
yeah, I would agree there. Dak, Scary Terry, I think he's pretty overrated. I would say Mike Williams was pretty overrated as well. The whole time.
Those guys aren't really like valued. I mean, Mike Williams is what, like the wide receiver 40.
No,
I guess overrated
like,
to me. The wide receiver 43.
Overall, when he came in, I think a lot of people had really high expectations. They were like, I don't know where he was drafted though. I can't really remember. I think he was he a second round pick? Could be wrong there.
Mike Williams was a first round pick.
First round pick, okay. Other than that, I can't really think of one. But I would agree with Dak though. Like, I guess in the fantasy perspective, every single year was Terry's year. This is a year. It doesn't matter the quarterback. It was Ryan Fitzpatrick. It was Carson Wentz. It was Terry. Everyone was Terry. It's like I can see it, but I wasn't in love with it.
I mean, I definitely agreed with that at a time when he was ranked as a top 12 asset. He's not ranked as a top 12 asset. He finished as a wide receiver 14 last year.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about that moment.
Right, but they're asking right now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have one right now.
Yeah. Tough, for sure. Debo points per game last year, 13.3. DK's at 13. Juju, Johnson, and Claypool were overrated. Yeah.
Juju was a big one.
Juju was.
I definitely remember that narrative. I mean, what's so funny, what I remember vividly about Juju was, I know they did it for fun, but I remember the fantasy footballers took Juju in the first round because they had Juju in like their league.
Yeah, that
like
was the year that Big Ben injured his elbow, unfortunately.
Yeah, and he was projected to have a really big year, to be fair. But I just remember that very vividly. I was like, oh, they're taking Juju. It's funny because they're drafting with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
yeah. Attack of the Titans says Mac Jones was not a real pick. Well, you made it. You made the pick.
Yeah, you definitely did make the pick.
Guy to your right says hot take Burks is overrated. I feel like everyone knows what I would say to that.
Oh,
so.
Elijah Moore. You know, I was contemplating Elijah Moore there at the 7-4. I was like, he's going to slip. But I'm loving the respect. This is the earliest we've seen him go, if I'm not mistaken, the 7th round. Late 7th. Talk it up.
Yeah. Okay. Mixon off the board. Elijah off the board.
39. Why was he at 39? I think the deals will be done. I don't know why this keeps coming to mind. I think it's... Sorry, I do know why. It's because I keep hearing the date. Saquon has to sign before July 17th. And I think a lot of these teams are going to want to get whatever onboarding, for these players to be throwing, with them. So I feel like that's the deadline, even for DeAndre Hopkins, even for Dalvin Cook. I could be wrong, obviously, but I just feel like that's a specific date that I keep hearing, once again, obviously for Saquon specifically, but they're going to want to. They're going to want to get these guys in the building before training camp starts, get them on board, get them used to the facility, get them throwing with these quarterbacks or whatever the case may be. So I think we'll see a signing from D-Hop in the next couple weeks, honestly. Almost took Elijah Moore instead of Russ at the 6'12". Let's go. Keep going.
Where's he going?
No, he's going up. I'm hopping on Elijah Moore train.
Attack of the Titans says my daughter tapped on my phone when it was my pick. Same, bro. Look, it's okay. We're kidding. Does it not feel like the Pats need to sign D-Hop to keep from going last place in the AFC East? Yeah, I think the thing I'm personally concerned about is like even if they sign DeAndre Hopkins, they're still going to be last. Honestly, like even if they sign D-Hop, they're probably third or fourth. Tom says, have we switched from RB heavy starting lineups to wide receiver heavy? Well, Tom, I don't know how long you've been with us here on the channel, but we have been huge advocates of building around wide receivers and quarterbacks, and then finding running back values in dynasty startups. We are not a channel that would, ever be running back heavy ourselves. We did that all last offseason. And, it definitely paid off big time. For me, avoiding guys like Akers, Swift, I would even say like the Henrys of the world, the Najees of the world, the Zekes of the world, the Dalvins, Alvins, got a lot of hate for it last year. You look at your squad, you have no running backs. Who are you going to start at running back? But that's kind of been our philosophy for a while, is build around the long-term assets, your quarterbacks, your wide receivers, and then, you can fill the holes at running back after you have those long-term solidified pieces.
Yeah.
And I'll take Jordan Love here. Yeah, at the 8-10, I'll take Jordan Love.
Go J Love, baby. Yeah, we just like the wide receivers, like Zach was saying, the longevity of these guys. Quarterbacks, wide receivers, you're gonna have on your team. You can have on your team, 7, 8, 9 plus years compared to a running back lifespan, especially in fantasy, probably 4 to 6, at best. So it just really depends on how you view them, how you really want to build. And look at the running backs. Look, the running backs may not be strong here, but we always go with upside. You think of, and especially in a PPR opportunity, you can get a lot of good running backs right now on these later rounds that are still decently young and, that we see potential in. I mean, I know potentially Zach is maybe waiting for a guy to come back around to him here. So let's see what that looks like.
What position were you talking about?
The running back position.
Oh, okay, right. Sorry. I wasn't, I zoned out for a second.
It's okay.
I think Trevor's asked this question like 3 times. He wants to know Bateman in a second for Flowers.
Has he? Bateman in a second for Flowers. Here we go. Bateman in a second for Flowers. I mean, I'm taking Flowers personally. I don't know about you.
It depends on where that second is. If it's early, I'll take Bateman in the second. King Henry at the 8-6 is a steal. Golf League stand up.
Please stand up.
So we see Aaron Jones off the board, DeAndre Hopkins off the board. Currently in a Devy draft, I wanna ask the chat. I think I know what I'm gonna do. Okay, perfect. Rashad White, welcome to the squad. Yeah. Oh no, I've made a mistake. Oh well.
Oh no.
I can't redo that, can I? No.
No man, you can't do that shit.
I've made a mistake. Okay, I need to ask the chat. I am on the board at the 3-5 in a Devy league. I currently have Trevor Lawrence and Marvin Harrison Jr. It's a tight end premium league, and there's 3 names that I'm considering drafting here at the 3-5. Kyler Murray. So it could be Trevor Lawrence, Kyler Murray, Marvin Harrison Jr. Breece Hall is available, or Kyle Pitts in a tight end premium league. So I'm gonna poll the chat. I want to know what you guys think. I know where I'm leaning, but I want the chat to tell me what they think.
Poll it.
Zach Wilson style says. All right. I'm now asking the chat. Let's see what the chat says here. Zach Wilson. Adam, what's up? He says Kyle Pitts. Okay. Man, a lot of you would go Brees over Kyler. I want to trade back, but let's see if I can get a trade back here. Can you read the question again? Yeah, I'm at the 305 in a Devy league. It is super flex. It's tight end premium. And those are the three names I'm considering there.
People still voting here. A lot of people are saying talent of a situation. If it's Superflex, gotta go Pitts. Didn't realize he didn't have a second quarterback. That's a lot closer. Surprisingly, Kyle is even available in the third. He usually goes in the second of Superflex leagues. Go Pitts.
Exactly, that's what I'm thinking. Like right now, I'm leaning Kyler Murray at the moment in a Superflex league at the 305. And like, would I really take? Let's say it wasn't even Devy. Would I take Brees Hall ahead of Kyler in a Superflex league? I'm not sure I would.
No, you wouldn't. I mean, look where... No, you definitely wouldn't. How many rounds is it? It's like an actual draft.
It is.
Please stand up. Please
It's
stand up.
it's 32 rounds.
Right. Okay.
32 rounds. 7 Devy players.
I changed my vote. Take Kyler. Flip a coin. Pitts or Kyler. Yeah, flip a coin and see what happens. Monty there.
Sparrow says you take Brees over Kyler. Assume says you know the right answer is Kyler. Yeah, I know. I mean, I've been preaching Kyler there all offseason, so I definitely know what I should do. I hear you guys. It's just
no one's voting Kyler though.
It's more difficult. Yeah. Like to me, the obvious answer was Kyler, and now I put it out to the chat, and 19% Kyler, the long or the shortest, the least amount of votes. So now you guys got me in my own head. You know, this could be considered a bad pick by some people, but give me Sam Howell here. Give me Sam Howell. I think he's the best value on the board. And I'll take the risk there. Kyler's going to be around longer. I mean, I'll show you guys the draft. This is the draft I'm in at the moment. So it's kind of a little bit interesting. I know that this will be Caleb Williams. I'll probably go Marvin Harrison here. Could go Drake May, but I probably will go Marvin Harrison. And then at the moment, yeah, Kyler, Brees, and Pitts are all players I'm considering. It's a tough one. Chigaconko at the 10-12. And the guy to your right says, I didn't mean to take Chig. This is just a league that I've joined, Lucas. It's not a follower league. It's just a league that I'm in.
Get Chiggy with it.
Let's see here.
Really gets dead here.
Let's see. You'll probably go. Dang. I'm liking the team. Is there a running back value that makes sense here? Not really. Let's grab David, I guess.
David Njoku. Take Jalen Reed. Brother Reed. Yeah, Lucas will try to get try to be as on top of it as possible, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot. I mean, that's why a lot of people aren't voting for Kyler. I mean, it's the reason Badake doesn't like Kyler. People just don't like him.
Just don't like him, man.
I think that leads to people not valuing him properly. Myself.
Yeah, you gotta take him. Draft him live. I want to see it.
Adam says talent over situation. Pitts is the play. Scarcity at running back. I'm actually surprised that Brees Hall is even available in the third round. That's what's weird. But neither should Kyler Murray be available.
Take him. I want to see it. Go, Kyler Murray, the cockroach himself. Just really nervous about Kyler's future. The Cardinals really have a bad season. Yeah,
I've talked about that before. So with the amount of money that Kyler Murray has on the books, you can't just draft a first-round quarterback and just keep him as your backup. So firstly, it'll be really tough for them to move that contract. But if someone does agree to take on that contract, he's clearly going to be the franchise quarterback for whatever team does that, So to me, I understand people's concerns, but I think regardless, he will retain value, even if the Cardinals don't do well, or even if the Cardinals trade him. I've asked Badake this question before, and we've talked about it, but what team could Kyler Murray go to that he is in a worse situation than Arizona right now? Let's say he does get traded. Where does he go where it's worse for him,
The Giants.
That would be better.
Watch this.
Got Darren Waller.
That would just be the knife in the back. Kyler Murray's available.
Atlanta would be awesome. What do you mean, TD? That wouldn't be worse. That would be awesome.
Yeah. Kyle Pitts, Drake London.
I got 6 hours left on my pick, Styles.
Yeah, that's just tough. That's a toughie.
Dak, come on, man. I think Atlanta would be way better than Arizona. Do people really think that would be worse? Y'all tripping. Y'all crazy.
Let's see. I mean, Atlanta on paper is good, without a doubt. Great talent around them. But if the offense doesn't improve this year, like if we don't see Kyle Pitts as top 8 tight end, if we don't see Drake London as a top at least 20 wide receiver, that offense is terrible. You know? To be fair, it's a run first offense.
I disagree though, but that's okay. I think Atlanta would be a huge upgrade for him in fantasy.
I think the talent there is phenomenal. I agree. I'm not disagreeing. Like, it will be a massive upgrade. I guess maybe people are saying Atlanta because it's not the best maybe scheme there at the moment, but maybe it won't be the same with Kyler. You know?
Yeah, I mean, look, if you bring in Kyler Murray, you're not running the same scheme, are you?
Exactly. You see, so they don't throw. I would say the Saints could be an interesting one. I mean, yeah, they have Treylon Burks, Chig there, but I'm not Saints. Excuse me, Titans.
I would prefer the Titans at the moment.
Could be a little bit. I'm on the clock here. We'll take Sky. But yeah, I mean, look.
Sky Moore off the board.
We'll see. We'll see. I think it's difficult to really picture seeing Kyler Murray walk. I think the only way they let Kyler Murray walk if the Cardinals absolute guarantee know that they're getting Caleb Williams. That's the only way. That's when they start fielding offers. You know? You get multiple first-round picks for Kyler Murray, get multiple first-round picks, and you pick up that contract. That would be kind of wild.
Yeah.
Just a Bijan. I would argue that would suck for Bijan if Kyler goes there.
Wouldn't be ideal to have a quarterback who can rush for touchdowns on your squad for sure.
Yeah. It's not going to make him devalue him significantly. It's definitely going to hurt just a little bit though. Kyler Murray in a yellow jersey just sounds weird though. Man, imagine him in a blue. Atlanta feels okay because at least it's red, you know, like black and red. But imagine him a completely different color, like a blue jersey. Gosh, that's just so weird. Take Brandon Cooks. Good old Kyler. The cockroach himself. Just a David that count him fine. Maybe Styles. I'm not sure. I didn't really see who was in it because I'm not in that one, but maybe Zach can tell you.
I am in one with Kyle, yeah.
Yeah. Should have got in there, Styles. Jalen Hyatt, Cole Kmet, Juju Smith. Now Macy's on the clock. Man, how many days again? How many days again was it, Macy? 70 something days? So next time I've thought about it. 70 days. Love to see it. Going into the 60s here. Sam Darnold at 13-11.
70 days. 7 hours.
with commercial-free football.
Oh.
I wonder if we both lived in America, if we were to go live on, if we would be going live on Sundays during the games. Wonder what that would look like.
Mm.
You know, like.
Yeah, maybe.
It's just so hard to go live at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, for real.
That's good, man. I like that trade. Getting the 103 there.
Yeah, well done.
Good old Zach
Zach
Wilson.
Willie.
I'm just gonna take my.
Zach, get your Willie out.
Get it out.
Seven hours of commercial-free football.
I also wonder how that looks. How that's gonna look like. You know, because apparently it's on YouTube, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm just very interested what that looks like this year for us. I wish you could just stream stuff that's on YouTube.
Yeah.
You know.
Merck says Kyler's the next Baker. This is how you know people just hate Kyler Murray, bro. Kyler's the next Baker.
Where do you see this at?
It's up there.
Kyler's the next Baker.
I mean, yeah. Did Baker ever score top 12 4 years in a row in points per game, or is that a different Baker? Well, that was fun. Yeah, Zach, I want to see Kyler in Atlanta over Arizona for sure. That'd be sick. Agree. YouTube TV, a pay service? Yes. I think you have to pay for it. Yeah. I'm pretty sure they've got the rights.
Do you have so, I mean, I just don't know what that looks like. So, NFL on YouTube. And can we watch it overseas?
I don't think so.
That's also another question. What? So I need to.
Red Zone is an add-on.
Red Zone is an add-on. Wait, so is there a thing already, TD Vulture, where you can just go on YouTube in America and you have an option to buy the NFL subscription already? See, it's kind of expensive, but I split it with 3 other people. Because I can't, on our side, you just can't, we don't have that. Like, you can't, let's see, NFL on YouTube TV. Watch NFL online YouTube TV free trial. Okay. You said I watch Red Zone on YouTube TV, right? Yeah, so the trials, so it's $64 a month for your first 3, or $72, and then $72 per month after. Can you not pay straight up?
I don't know.
YouTube plus sports package is like $8 a month or something. Well, if you look at if I would really just go to NFL.com and then go to the game. Well, that's international. That's the hard part for you guys. You have NFL Plus.
Yeah. By the way, Ian said Devontae was set to enter his last year, and they wanted to extend a contract to help bring a championship to New England. And, you know, now that they have Devontae Parker, they are obviously championship contenders. So thank you for telling us that, Ian.
Obviously.
That very well thought out tweet.
So it says you can't buy it without it being some kind of package. It's such a headache. Yeah, that sounds annoying. It sounds very annoying.
No, it is annoying. I'm giving Zach the slide edge versus Badake here. Dak says, appreciate that. Yeah, 2 good teams, though. Hurts and Stroud. I think the fact that I got Tua and Waddle, I like that stack a lot. No doubt Pats are right there in the AFC race.
That's funny.
The only way you can get Red Zone is by buying the mobile version for like $30 for the season, but that's it.
So you have to
Right.
buy the subscription and then do the add-ons, but at least you can watch all these other shows. I'm looking at it. Like if you buy the show, if you buy YouTube TV, it looks like you can watch Seinfeld, South Park, uh, Force, The Office, Friends, 90 Day Fiance. Like there's a bunch of shows here that you can potentially watch. I don't really care for that though. Like I just want to. I'm buying it just to watch football. You know.
Yeah. By the way, if Devontae Parker, who last year, actually in the last 2 years, has not had over 550 receiving yards, hasn't had over 3 touchdowns. If you're telling me he's worth $11 million a year, that just completely backs up everything I've said today about the wide receiver market. Ain't no way Devontae Parker is worth $33 million over 3 years, and we're going to get some of these actually elite wide receivers, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't see it. Anyway, I think that's it for today, guys.
Yeah, huge love, man. We appreciate you guys.
We will be live on the redraft channel tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
We'd love to have you join us.
Please go there and subscribe. It actually really helps us. If you guys don't like redraft, but you like best ball, that's also a place where you can go as well. We do a lot of best ball drafts. We're going to do some redraft leagues as well. Well, we're already doing it with some of the people already, but a lot of best ball drafts that we're going to be pumping out here in the days to come. But definitely please go subscribe over there. It helps the algorithm, like we say.
Yeah. That's it, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. We will see you very, very soon tomorrow on the redraft channel. And yeah, we'll hang out with you then. So all love.
All love.